notice that the area of this polygon here, the smaller area, is 80. Okay, let's change the colors of our polygons so we can see them. So go up to the top one, right click, Object Properties, and move your Object Properties window off the window so you can see it here. Go to the color window. We have Poly 1 selected. Let's make it dark blue, dark green or something. And let's make Poly 2. So click on Poly 2, a nice bright orangey color so we can see it. And at the same time, we would like to see that value inside of this polygon. So we go to the Basic tab while we're there. We tell it to show the label, but we want its value in there. And at the same time, we would like to see the lengths of all the segments. So we click on the segment category, and where it says show label, we change it from name to value. Let's see if we've got what we want. Yes. And let's make the font size a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. Font size, we'll make it 18. Okay, let's move these inside. So click on the select. We have 12, 12, 12, and 12. And then the insides are 10 by 8. By 10, and right now we have an inside value of 80. So momentarily we have our picture is 10 by 8, but its area is 80. We need its area to be 54 inches. So let's take our select tool and move our slider and see if we can make it 54. There it is, 54. And so we found it. What's the value of S? The value of S for 54 is 1.5, and the dimensions are 9 by 6. So on your piece of paper, you can write down that we found that the photo is 54 square inches when S equals 1.5, and the width is 9 inches and the height is 6 inches. So 9 by 6. So that's going to be our answer. Now we have to find that algebraically. Now we need to spend a little bit more time looking at this Geogebra file, seeing what values of S kind of work. So let's see what happens when we move S to 0. Boop, we've cut out the entire mat board. So S equal to 0 we can do, but that means that we have no mat board left. How about if we make S bigger and bigger? 1.5 we know is our answer. So let's go up to 2. Okay, then we would just have a picture that's 32 square inches. 2.5. 14 square inches. What happens when we get up to 3? This picture is getting awfully small. Oops, at 3 we have no picture. So although we let S go to 10, actually S cannot be bigger than 3. Let's write that down. So from our experimenting here with the slider, we see that S can only take on values between 0 and 3. So that's going to be part of something we learned from this problem and our experiment here. So we're going to change the slider. So we right click on our slider and we go down to Object Properties, and now we tell it that its maximum should be 3. And usually a good plan is that this is a divisor, that number, so I'm just going to make this 90. And so now we have legitimate numbers from 0 to 3. 3 is when there's no picture, and 0 is when there's no mat, and 1.5 is exactly what we wanted for our answer to be 54.